Friends, in this series of spoken English, we are continuing different type of sentences. Today we shall be talking about common conversation. It is either in simple present or in present continuous. Whenever two persons interact with each other, the conversation goes on in a present tense. Like if you start with the conversation, most of the sentences that we construct is subject plus v1 oblique v5 plus subject plus complement. Like you can say that I read a book every day. She reads a novel. Why she reads a novel? Why I read? She reads a novel because she is a third person singular. So with third person singular, we are using v5, and with first person, second person, and third person plural, we are using v1. So subject plus v1 oblique v5 plus subject plus complement. This structure can be often used in day-to-day conversation. Like if you start, you are describing your own routine. You said, well, I generally get up early in the morning. Well, after that I brush my teeth. After that I take my bath. Then I take my breakfast. Then I just sit for some reading or studies. I study maths. Then I study science. Then I study some language. After that I take my bath, and then finally I take my meal, and then I go to school. There I also stay for half an hour. So all these sentences are in simple present. Now the same sentence we are going to describe about, let us say Raman. Raman gets up early in the morning. Raman, studies science in the early morning. He studies, maths in the afternoon. He studies English language in the evening. He goes for, playing tennis in the evening. He often attends his, tuition classes in the evening. Raman often, practices maths in the afternoon. Raman often plays football. Raman, talks to his parents is sometimes. He watches television. So what we are doing here, we are using third person at one hand in day-to-day conversation, and first person at one hand. Now we are taking second person. You get up. You get up. Again v1. You get up early in the morning. You study for half an hour. You take your bath. You take your breakfast. Then you go to school or you go to college. Then you come back. You take rest in the afternoon. And in the evening, you go for tuition classes. You learn, French class in the evening. You go by riding a bicycle. You talk to your teacher. You interact with your teacher. You discuss the matter with your friends. You often play piano. Then you come back. Then you enjoy reading, newspaper. In the evening, you watch television, like that. So we have used second person. You also, second person you plus v1 plus subject plus complement. First person I plus v1 plus subject plus complement. And third person he she it plus v5 plus. Now, like it often rains. It often rains in the rainy season. It often becomes hot in the summer season. It often gets darker in the evening, like that. This is third person. So with the third person singular, we are using v5, and with the first person and second person, we are using. Now the same way we can have a conversation. When do you get up? When, that is with second person. When do you get up? Early in the morning. Well, if you are asking me, I will say I get up early in the morning. If you are asking Raman, then Raman gets up little late. When does Raman get up in the morning? Raman gets up a little late in the morning. When do other people get up? Other people get up a little late. When do you study maths? Well, he studies maths in the afternoon. When does he study science? He studies science in the evening. What does he do in the evening for recreation? He watches television. So like that, we are using conversation in simple present tense. Now with use WH also, we can use same. WH plus do does plus subject plus v1 plus subject plus complement. Like, why do you get up early in the morning? When do you get up in the morning? What do you do in the morning? like that. This is also simple present interrogative. How do you solve the questions in the morning? How do you brush your teeth? How do you get your bath? How do you take your bath? How do you come to know about latest happenings? How do you manage to study 6 hours? How do you prepare for board exam? All these questions are common conversation and they are in simple present. So that is how we can continue talking. So we will continue the same I maintain simple present in another way tomorrow in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day. This is Eddie Singh on the channel Easy English by Eddie Singh.